In today's video, we're going to dive into the most common style mistakes that make me look older than I am. Now, I'm 62. I want to look 62. I'm not ashamed of being 62. I don't want to look 52 or 42. I'm happy to look my age. To me, it's about looking modern and confident in the current, look as if we're in the current world and we're not behind in our way of thinking. And so fashion should work for us. And so I just want to make a few tweaks to ensure I'm looking 62. Now, my most important point is going to be at the end of the video, so do keep watching all of the way through for these points. Now, my first one is going to be colours. Colours that work for us, work for me, let's say. So I was wearing colours that really didn't suit me. I was wearing colours that I had been told in my 20s and 30s suited me by colour consultants, and several of them. And I thought, that was it. You get colours done, then you needn't get them done again. How wrong was I? Don't be afraid of vibrant colours is a message that I've learnt as well. And if black's been your go-to, it may be that doesn't suit you quite so much now. Your skin's got softer, paler, your eyes have got paler, your hair's got paler. And maybe it's time to switch more to the plums and maroons, to the navies, to the soft grey. I do find beige a hard colour for us to wear. Well, for me, I'm talking about me. Beige is a hard colour for me to wear as I've got older. It's a bit drab as well, isn't it, beige? It's drab. And then there's chocolate. That's the up and coming colour. That may be a colour to add to our wardrobe as well. While it's in the shops, don't buy it because it's on trend. Buy it because it suits you and there's lots of availability of it at the moment. As for me, I'm opting for more chambres, maroons, fuchsias. Another option when we're talking about colour is to actually don't be afraid of colourful jewellery. One of the tricks that I am using more is when you're wearing sweaters or say a plain blouse like this one. This is a corduroy blouse, which is still available from Boden. It is a fuchsia colour, cherry colour. It's called cherry jam, and they do quite a few items in this cherry jam colour, so I'll list them down below for the US and for UK as well. But I do love this corduroy shirt. Now, what I would say is that I think I got my exact size. So if you're thinking of getting this because you like it as well, for a relaxed fit look, size up. And I'm thinking of getting another one in a different colour, these corduroy sienna shirts, I think it's called. And I will go up to a size 10 instead of size 8 for me. Anyway, that's a by the way. Now, if you're wearing a plain corduroy shirt like this or a sweater, as we're going to be doing in the winter, one of the things that I learned is that using a colourful earring rather than a necklace, which makes it all look busy, using colourful earring adds interest. So I love these from Ziska. And here we have got an orange and a pink earring. Now the pink is pretty well the same colour as my blouse. So dangly, bold, colourful earrings with a sweater. And one of the things I like to do actually with my hair is just do a side parting and then maybe put a hair behind one ear and put an earring in. I mean, no, if you're a perfectionist, yes, put it on the other side as well. I know I've got the other earring, of course I would do that, but I do like doing that and just showing the earring. And then I've got a sweater or I've got a shirt like this, and it's just adding vibrancy to our face and gives an opportunity to play. Now I can give you a discount on these earrings. This is not sponsored. You're 10%. Also, a little trick that if you go on the website, it says sign up for the newsletter for 10%. That's in addition. So you'd get 20% off if you signed up for the newsletter and used my code, which is Anne-Marie10 on their jewellery. But this one is called Glow, and there's a necklace as well that I like in the Glow range too. My next point would be prints. And some prints can look dated, but if you love them, wear them. Now, an example of a dated print could be paisley, but it really depends on maybe the brand, maybe the shop, maybe the item, maybe the shape of the item that the paisley print has been applied to. Because Boden, funnily enough, actually do quite classic pieces with a bit of a modern vibe, and some of their pieces are quite colourful, modern paisleys, but often mixed up with another pattern in the print as well. But what we should try to do, I think, is avoid looking like a curtain. And actually, if you think about it, curtains are dated themselves. Now we're using blinds, we're using shutter blinds, aren't we? The white slats, you know, installing those. They're a lot simpler, aren't they? And if you buy a blind, it's probably not a big floral print, is it? It's more likely to be plain or a simple print. So let's think, we don't want to look like a curtain. We want to make ourselves look as modern as our houses are looking. So if it won't go on your window, it's not going to go on you. That's your takeaway on that one. The other point is that prints stretch over our body. So if you're using a large print and you've got pieces of your body you want to hide because they're large, it's only going to emphasize it. So avoid large prints, large florals maybe. Avoid them. They'll stretch over the wrong parts of us. Let's not assume that all florals are dated and we should avoid florals, because small prints of florals are actually modern and can look flattering on us. But if you're sitting on the fence about florals, and to be honest, florals aren't really my thing. I'm more abstract. I like stripes. I like checks, or just a solid colour. Geometric, polka dot. Now at this point, I just want to say a lot of people watch my videos and they aren't subscribed, but it would make a really big difference to my channel if you do watch my videos regularly, or if you just come across this one, please do subscribe, because it does send a message to the brands that we are relevant in our 60s. So please take notice of what we're saying. We want to look modern and we want to look fresh. We don't want to look like our own grandmothers. So subscribing would help. And remember, I am your influencer for the over 60s, who is actually over 60 herself. So anyway, my next point would be shoes. Underrated, but it would be a very big mistake to ignore flat shoes. Do not assume that in order to look attractive, we need to be in heels. Oh no, those days have gone. In fact, actually, if we're going to be wearing a high heel, we will often look dated. So what is in at the moment and is comfortable is flat shoes. It's a big trend for 2025. It's been a big trend for years, and driven by the younger generation who really do not wear the heels we used to wear. Flat shoes that may dominate are going to be the ballet flats and Mary Janes. Now be careful of those, because they really don't have a proper supportive sole. So for my part, I'd be avoiding those. But I'm perfectly happy with the sneakers, the loafers, the backless loafers, lug boots, when we're talking about boots, platform lug boots, all practical, all modern still, being worn. And a trend I'm interested in seeing how it's going to go is the T-bar. That's coming out in 2025. I'm interested in seeing how that's going to work for us, because a T-bar is going to keep the shoe on your foot. So it may work for us very, very well if we have difficulty keeping shoes on our feet. But I want to know that it's a modern shape and a modern way to wear it. Now, yes, it's going to be a modern shape because they're on trend, they're emerging, it's an emerging trend. I'm curious as to how they're going to be styled. So I'm keeping my eye out on that one. So the T-bar shape, keep an eye out on. And of course with shoes, we can look for colour. We can look for animal print, we can look for bright colours. We can use our footwear to make our outfit cohesive. It can be the bottom part of the sandwich formula. So as you're wearing maybe, say where I'm wearing this blouse, I could have some fuchsia shoes on and then jeans in the middle, and that would be a sandwich. You could be having a hat in a colour, blue maybe, and then blue shoes that match it, and that's a sandwich. You've got different colour in the middle. So don't ignore shoes. They are a useful part of putting yourself together and putting your outfit together. One I am going to be ignoring still, I ignored in 2024 and I'm going to ignore in 2025, and that is mesh. I think it's so ugly. It may be breathable. Maybe that's a practical reason for wearing mesh shoes. I think they are just so ugly. But another trend that is emerging in the footwear scene is white boots. Actually, I don't really think they really went out. Now for coats, as we come into spring, then we've got the trench coat. That will never go out of date. We're always going to look modern and current in a trench coat. If you haven't got one, you really do need to get one. Now, I wouldn't say it's for the rain. I don't know to what extent trench coats are waterproof. I would never really wear one for the rain. I wear it because it's that useful layering piece that will just keep that chill off, and it looks stylish. For the rain, I love my sea salt plant hunter coat, because okay, it's a raincoat, it's maybe a long, you could maybe, I don't know, does anyone use the word anorak anymore? The point is it's a raincoat, it's got style, it's shaped so that the back of it's slightly lower than the front of it, it's got a little bit of shirling lining inside so it keeps you warm, it's got a hood, it looks attractive with the hood up, and there's a variety of colours, and it is available in the States as well as in the UK as well, so I'll link that down below. But I had one that lasted me about 10 years, and I've still got it for kind of the garden, but it's not as waterproof as it was, and so I've bought myself a new one this year in a navy colour. Not this year, we're in 2025. I bought one in late 2024 in a navy. Of course, on the coat front, we've got the faux fur trend. Many of us, maybe like me, have got those in your wardrobe and you haven't been wearing them for years. Look at the back of your wardrobe and dig out any faux fur coats you've got and see if you can actually get away with it, whether that's a modern shape. If it's got sort of lapels, you may find that the lapels aren't quite the current shape of a lapel, but if it's not, if it's just buttoned down, straight, midi, maxi, it could be something you could be wearing now and you'd be totally on trend without spending any money. On the other hand, maybe you need to update your wardrobe and get yourself a faux fur coat, because they're practical, they're going to keep you warm. When it comes to the spring, what we're going to be seeing quite a lot around about is barn coats, and they're those sort of like Barber wax jackets, and you may have one of those. Get it out, get it ready, re-wax it, so as you can wear it in the spring and look modern. If not, I will list some down below, but that's going to be a modern trend that we can wear in the form of coats and not look dated. Now, a mistake as far as aging is concerned and looking a bit older than we are would be thinking we can't show skin. Yes, we can show skin. Perhaps we just need to be careful what we're showing. I think an area of our body that is really attractive is across here. So I like to go for boat neck shapes. I think a crew neck can be a bit dodgy because where it finishes, it emphasises just that part of the neck that is wrinkly and unattractive. As we're moving around, it kind of wrinkles and goes crepey. V-neck is a great neck shape, and that's showing more skin as well. Maybe not going down too low because then it could get a bit crepey. And our legs could look youthful. Our calves could look youthful. Show our calves if we've got good legs. We can. It may be we want to hide our arms, but show our legs. So yes, we can show skin. Maybe you want to show more of your back. And let's not forget what's underneath our clothes and the structure of our clothes as well. Because as we get older, we tend to lose shape. We lose structure. We start drooping. Parts of our body are down at our knees that really shouldn't be down at our knees. Our belly's hanging out. Our shoulders have started going forwards and drooping. We're not maybe standing up as straight as we should. Maybe our back's rounding a bit. So what we need is a bit of scaffolding. Now that can be in the form of making sure you've got the right shape bra and a supportive bra underneath your clothes. And it may be that when you're wearing your clothes need to have the scaffolding inbuilt. So it needs to be clothes with shoulders rather than without shoulder seams and drooping seams. What are they called in the drop shoulders and so on. Maybe avoid those and just go for a seam at your shoulder to add structure. Using belts to add structure. It's the scaffolding holding us together, putting everything back in place, putting that shape back into our frame that nature has removed from us. Now some people who worry about having a large belly and want to hide their belly. A stylist friend of mine recently said that when she looks at people who have gone to her for consultation, when she actually then examines them, they've actually got a waist. They really do have a waist. So it may be that you do think you've got a belly, you need to hide your belly and you're wearing loose clothes. Really, could you get away with wearing a belt around the waist? Have a look, try it, see if it's going to make you look better. Just try it. Don't be afraid of belts. A big point for me is trends. Don't feel you've got to follow trends. I don't think we should ignore them. I think it's important to know what is not current, because we don't want to look out of date. That will make us look older. I'm very, very keen myself to make sure that I'm not wearing things that are old-fashioned in order for me to look 62. But I don't feel I need to wear what's on trend unless I really like it. So I am absolutely not a trend follower. And I really think social media can do us an injustice in this regard. We watch videos and read material and feel, oh, we've got to have that. That's that FOMO thing, isn't it? The fear of missing out. We feel we need to have it in order to look modern. No, we don't need to have it in order to look modern. We just need to make sure we're not wearing old-fashioned things. And a lot of trends that are talked about, honestly, are just fads, and we'll be wasting our money because it's just there for the season and gone. Here and gone. So for me, in order to look 62, I'm concentrating on what suits me, what's modern, what's comfortable, and adding long-term pieces to my wardrobe. And I'm just going to weave them into my existing wardrobe. And really, I don't think any other age group buys into trends like the over 50s do, unless they're an influencer. Now, here's a question for you, and I want you to make a comment down below. Think of any trend that you've seen in a YouTube video that you've then gone out and seen in real life. Now, I'll start off. I did recently see in London a young lady wearing sequin hot pants. And when I say hot pants, they were the underwear type shorts that were on trend in 2023, 24, and we all thought they were going to look ridiculous. Well, they were ridiculous on our age. They would have looked ridiculous on my daughters. They wouldn't have worn them either. But yes, so there we go. One trend I had read about, seen, talked about, that I actually saw someone wear. Only one in the last 2 years. Because in my town and in my life, my friends, the people around me, look stylish. They buy what they like. It's modern because they just bought it in a shop now, maybe. They know it suits them, but it's not because it's a trend. So even in London, it's hard to find people following a trend. So instead, let's think not wearing past trends. Let's think modern, not dated. And this is a big topic, and I've got a lot more to say on this point, and you'll find me talking on that here. Come on across, I'll see you in a second.